There. And there we go. We're getting all set up. Mic, camera, check. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa channel. Where I like covering over the most pertaining and important news articles for you. I don't cover any price analysis charts like that because this is always just educational guesses. Best thing to do is just follow the news, and that's what I'm covering. And as the title says, America just hit an all-time high in debt. Crazy. $35 trillion. Woo! Man, I remember that started increasing even faster, like after the 2020 situation when they started printing up all the dollars and everything. But but this article that we're about to go over is asking, like, is this debt good for Bitcoin? So yeah, this article comes from Decrypt, and it is titled "Why the US's 35 trillion national debt is good for Bitcoin." While the rising national debt is eye-catching, it doesn't provide a full picture. Rich Rosenblum, co-founder of trading from GSR, told Decrypt his thoughts on it. So yeah, let's go through this article to find out about if this is good. Sorry, I almost coughed there. But the US federal government's outstanding borrowing has now reached a staggering 35 trillion US dollars. In the past, and among other nations, rising national debt has led to increased inflationary pressures and eroded confidence in traditional fiat currencies. Yet, unlike other times in history, sovereign nations and investors alike have an opportunity to buy crypto as a hedge against those pressures. Rich Rosenblum, co-founder of the trading firm GSR, told Decrypt that the fact that much of the world has ballooning debt and is arguably in a debt trap is the part that's really, really good for Bitcoin, he said. Now, in such environments, investors often seek out alternative stores of value such as gold, Bitcoin, which is often dubbed as digital gold, and has been seen by some as a hedge against inflation and currency devaluation due to its decentralized nature and limited supply. Now, while rising national debt is eye-catching, it doesn't provide a full picture, Rosenblum added. Now, instead, Rosenblum pointed out that the debt to gross domestic product output, or the overall level of interest rates, inflation, and consumer expectations surrounding it, driven predominantly by increased consumer spending, inventory investment, and business investment, the U.S. real GDP in quarter 2 2024 grew at an annual rate of 2.8%, which is up from 1.4% in quarter 1. Now, the Department of Commerce figures shown below is that the real GDP adjusts for inflation and measures the value of goods and services at a constant price, with 2.8 growth considered relatively high for developed economies like the US. Now, while an expansion from the previous quarter showed a modest increase in economic growth, total public debt at a percentage of GDP remains elevated. Now, after reaching its highest level in quarter 2 in 2020 at a ratio of 132%, the debt to GDP has since fallen back slightly to just 122%, according to data from the St. Louis Federal Reserve. Now, even as the U.S. economic activity outpaces the growth in national debt, a high debt level poses challenges for the fiscal policy and economic stability ahead of an upcoming U.S. presidential election in November. Now, that's because high levels of debt typically limit the government's fiscal flexibility, potentially increasing borrowing costs and reducing its ability to respond to economic downturns or emergencies that should occur in an event. Now, as the national debt soars, the purchasing power of the US dollar can diminish. High levels of national debt can lead to inflation if the government resorts to printing more money to service its debt, and Decrypt was told increased money supply without a corresponding increase in goods and services, and how that can lead to higher prices, reducing the purchasing power of the dollar. Now, we've already seen the dollar be losing its purchasing power since, is it 1942 or 1971? I keep getting confused. When was Nixon in charge? And when he took us off the gold standard, that was the moment the dollar died, and our purchasing power just kept going down and down. And as they keep printing more money even faster, then it's even losing its value even more. In 2020, like, we printed over like 50% of the amount of money out there. So the dollar's been losing its value and the purchasing power is going away. But in any case, a ballooning national debt could drive further Bitcoin adoption as people and institutions rethink what is traditionally risk-free and reevaluate their risk budget. Jeff Yu, CEO of crypto asset manager Monochrome, told Decrypt that when traditional risk-free assets like fixed income are backed by currency engineered to depreciate at an unprecedented pace, investors are reconsidering their risk-free status and look towards alternatives like Bitcoin, which offers a strategic asymmetric return profile in a diversified portfolio, you said. So yeah, so Bitcoin is a nice little kind of a risk-free thing right now that's going on. But no, this is good. People are diversifying. They're really reevaluating like what it is, because so many people still just hold the dollar. It's like, why are you saving that? I have like a friend out there who's like just always saving money. It's like, oh yeah, if I had $2 million, I could retire and be happy. I'm like, do you not know what's going on with the dollar? Why are you saving that? He is kind of starting investing, but well, he's been an investor. He just invests in stocks. I think I tried to get him Bitcoin, but then it dipped, and then he lost all faith in it. He just didn't like it. So now he's away from it, but he's just back in the paper system. But it's paper. We know what's losing its value, so why do you want it? But just let him do him again. Like, and that's with everyone out there. It's like if they don't want to know about it or learn about it, you just can't push it. You just maybe plant a seed in their thoughts about it and hope they'll get into it. And there's always that saying, like, people will get in at the price they deserve. It's a horrible thing to say, but it's got some truth in it. But no, so that's that article for you on the U.S. national debt. And yeah, I do think it's actually good for Bitcoin because, yeah, it's opening a lot of people's eyes out there. So, all right. What else is going on with Bitcoin in the world? Well, I just found out on Bitcoin Magazine that Russia legalized Bitcoin and crypto for international trade to bypass sanctions. However, though, the new laws does not lift the existing ban on crypto payments inside the country. So, yeah, even though this law has changed, there's still a ban within the country to use it. So, yeah, but let's go through this article. It's from Bitcoin Magazine. In a significant legislative move, Russian lawmakers have passed a bill permitting businesses to use Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in international trade. Now, according to a report by Reuters, this development is part of Russia's strategic circumvent Western. Kind of get too fast there. This development is part of Russia's strategy to circumvent Western sanctions imposed by following the invasion of Ukraine. Now, the new law, expected to take effect in September, aims to address delays in international payments, particularly with key trading partners like China, India, and the UAE. I think those cards are the ones on the BRICS nation. But here's that tweet from Bitcoin Magazine. Just in, Russia lawmakers passed the bill to use Bitcoin and crypto payments for international trade. Now, Moscow on July 30th says the Russian lawmakers passed the bill on Tuesday that will allow business to use cryptocurrencies in international trade as part of the efforts to skirt the Western sanctions imposed on Russia after the invasion of Ukraine. Now, the law is expected to go into full force in September, and Russian central bank governor Elvira Nabiullina, one of the backers of the new law, said that the first transaction in cryptocurrency will take place before the end of the year. So very nice. Now, again, we're going to highlight what Elvira said. Central Bank Governor Elvira Nabiullina, a proponent of the law, announced that the first cryptocurrency transactions will occur before the year's end, and the central bank will establish an experimental infrastructure for these payments with further details pending. Now, the risks of these secondary sanctions have grown, and Nabiullina stated that they make payments for imports difficult, and that concerns a wide range of goods. Now, the legislation also includes regulations on cryptocurrency mining and the circulation of other digital assets, but maintains the ban on cryptocurrency payments within Russia. The central bank highlighted that the payments delays have caused an 8% drop in Russian imports in the second quarter of 2024. Now, despite efforts to shift trading partners' currencies and develop an alternative BRICS payment system, many transactions still rely on dollars and euros via the SWIFT system, risking secondary sanctions, and Nabiullina emphasized that these sanctions have complicated import payments, extending supply chains and increasing costs. Now, this decision by the Russian lawmakers aims to mitigate the economic challenges posed by sanctions and ensure smoother international trade operations. Anatoly Aksakov, I want to say that right, Anatoly, the head of the Duma lower house of parliament, reportedly told lawmakers, "We are taking a historic decision in the financial sphere by passing this legislation," and it is. And they had really no other option to it. Like the sanctions that the U.S. imposed on them. I was saying this like a couple of years ago as I was covering these articles, as we were seeing like the U.S. sanction this country, sanction that country. It's like you're just pushing them into crypto, right? And what do you know? A couple of years later, they're passing those bills to just get by because there's other options in the SWIFT. We got Bitcoin now. We got crypto. We don't need any other country to do it because it's decentralized and the people run it. So yeah, so this was bound to happen. So when is it going to be lifted in the country? I don't know. Maybe a couple of years. Who knows what's going to happen in 4 years? Time is just moving so fast. Like who would have thought? Like I keep saying this to a lot of people. It's like we've come eons in the space, like light years from like 8 years ago. Like back in 2016, 17, when my dad first got involved, I don't think he expected it to be this fast that we have it as a legalized currency in a couple of countries, and as well as presidential candidates talking about it and getting on their treasury. So yeah, it's like 4 years ago, currency, and the 4 years before that, it's like a whoa, what? How is that really possible? And now here we are. So yeah, this was just bound to happen. It's crazy. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that article. And let's move on. We got some news from California. This article is coming from Cointelegraph, and California DMV's building a blockchain on Avalanche for title transfers. What? California too? Really? The DMV has successfully digitized 42 million car titles on the Avalanche blockchain out there. So, whoa, that's a lot. I'm not there, but let's learn a little bit more. California's Department of Motor Vehicles, aka the DMV, or Hell on Earth, is building a DMV-run blockchain on the Avalanche network to streamline vehicle and title transfers for the U.S. and states, the 39 million residents, according to an announcement. So yeah, it will make it very seamless to do, because yeah, send, and there's an Avalanche. It's a pretty fast chain. It's like a send, okay, that title's not over there. So pretty smart of them. The DMV has already successfully digitized 42 million car titles on the Layer 1 blockchain network Avalanche, and which will soon be claimable on the DMV's mobile wallet app in minutes using a verified credential. According to the OX Head Alpha, the Web3 consultancy that implemented the system, title transfers will be mediated by escrow like Avalanche blockchain smart contracts that enable users to track and manage vehicle titles digitally. This could potentially reduce the need for physical trips to the DMV, according to the announcement. So, again, who wants to go to hell on earth? It's like, you can just do it from the comfort of your own phone? Yes. So I guess this will start off in California and see if it gets implemented elsewhere as well. But as consumers continue to demand more automation and expect the ability to transact life online, widespread adoption of secure systems is possible with blockchain infrastructure, said Andrew Smith, president of Oxhead Alpha, while adding that these systems have historically been accessible by large financial institutions, but have done little for regular citizens. We believe that ultimately the value transfer will be embedded within the system itself, proving that the technology works at a scale and enables other jurisdictions to implement similar approaches. The DMV's initiative is one of the first implementations of California's broader plans to integrate blockchain solutions into government operations. The state's plan also seeks to improve the regulatory environment for Web3 companies. Now, this initiative is one of the first milestones in California that Governor Gavin Newsom, I'm calling him that, not Newsom, and his vision of integrating blockchain solutions into the government operations, reaffirming California's commitment to adopt new technologies and improve efficiency and accessibility within public sectors. That doesn't really sound like him at all, but okay, that's what he said. But in April, the Avalanche C-Chain network integrated payments with the firm Stripe, allowing verified Stripe users to buy Avalanche or AVAX tokens out there. Now, 8 Avalanche Web3 apps have also been integrated within the platform, and blockchains are the most advanced tool any organization can leverage to maximize efficiency and maintain compliance and protect consumer data. Vital components for a government serving its constitution, said John Wu, and president of Ava Labs. So yeah, it's like it's very like secure to do. Keep your data on there. Just choose the right blockchain that you're going to do for it, because you don't want to implement all these titles on the blockchain that might go away. But I don't see AVAX going, so that's good. But if a company does integrate blockchain technology, just be sure to use a good one that you want to restart later on. But no, crazy that California is doing that. Just who would have thought, right? But that's that news for you. Let's move on. We got some Solana news here for you, and looks like another article from Cointelegraph. But bots suspected of pushing Solana over Ethereum, says a research, which kind of makes sense. But Solana overtakes Ethereum on numerous metrics, but research finds its performance to be inorganic, ignorant. Solana has overtaken Ethereum on various metrics this week, but recent research of the article on X claims that most of this activity is conducted by bots. The article, published by the pseudonymous researcher Flip Research on July 30th, found a suspiciously high count of daily transactions per users on Solana. Now, Solana recorded an average of 217 transactions per user on July 26 across 1.3 million active addresses. Now, in comparison, Ethereum only recorded less than 3 transactions per user across 376,300 active wallets out there. Now, what's clear is there's a massive discrepancy combined with a high amount of MEV and wash trading happening, Flip Research told Cointelegraph. Now, according to Blockworks research, Solana's $25 million in total fees in the week of July 22nd surpassed Ethereum's total fees of $21 million. Now, Solana also clocked the highest day decentralized exchange volume in the industry. In the 7 days to July 30th, Radium led Solana's DEX trading volume with $6.078 billion. Orca and Phoenix trailed with $3.428 billion and $1.144 billion respectively. Now here's that chart showing the trades on them. So yeah, 1.2, 2.8, and just showing them. However, a big chunk of Solana's transactions is believed to be driven by inorganic trading activity and bots, as suggested by Flip Research analysis of Radium's liquidity pools. And here we're showcasing that. Let's see, this is the low liquidity pools on Radium from the source. Now, countless liquidity pools on Radium have little to no liquidity, but generate unreal trading volumes. For example, the Flog-Sol pool held just $3 in liquidity, but had over $5 million in a 24-hour trading volume. So how does that happen? Flip Research analysis of these low liquidity pools suggests that they are rug pull projects, a common type of exit scam that has been rising in popularity among meme coin scammers. So again, be careful with meme coins. I don't trust them. One of the projects analyzed by Flip Research had $10.8 million of the volume from $48 in liquidity, with 2,845 unique wallets wash trading the token to generate $28,000 in fees. Oh, nasty. Now, the wallet involved appear to be bots conducting thousands of transactions, resulting in fake volumes before the rug pulling of investors happen. Now, the researcher added that Radium's standard liquidity pool had over 50 rug projects that generated $200 million in trading volume and $500,000 in fees in only 24 hours. Now, Solana is an established meme coin casino, which is attracting volume from some least price sensitive and high risk tolerance users, Flip Research told Cointelegraph. Now, this leaves them open to exploitation from a number of actors, such as MEV bots and serial scammers and insiders, they said. Again, and Solana is being a very hot source for these meme tokens because it's cheap to make a token on there, it's fast to get it on and whatnot. So, a lot of these scammers and people just love to be on there. But again, it's for high risk, very, very high risk people. Like, some are going to make a nice little Forex tournament, but then there's a very, very large amount of people who are just going to lose that money out there too. Well, let's continue on with the article. Solana's bot volume has been around all year, and bots can operate at a restless pace that humans can't, and their automated trades have been pumping volumes on Solana all year round. In February, the network's monthly stablecoin volume surpassed $643 billion. Most of the stablecoin value came from USD coin and the transactions on the Phoenix and a Solana DEX out there. Cointelegraph's magazine February analysis of blockchain transactions on Phoenix transactions found that the majority of these volumes came from bots, so not real people. Now, these automated trades have been a double-edged sword for Solana, as our activities have resulted in favorable metrics at the expense of the network's health. Developers respond to congestion issues by releasing a mainnet update, and though Flip Research findings suggest that the bot activity is still a rampant part in the network. So yeah, there's still tons and tons of bots out there. Be careful. If you want to be a part of that craze, power to you. I'm just going to keep buying Bitcoin and hodling that. And the other coins I like. Divi and Theta. But no, so that's that Solana news for you, but that's not the only one out there. This next article is coming from the Bitcoinist, and looks like Solana and Cardano have been dropped as securities in the SEC Binance update. So yeah, this is pretty breaking news right there. So let's go over it. And let me zoom in a bit. I don't think you guys can read that. There we go. So the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has amended its complaint in the lawsuit against Binance, delivering massively bullish news for Solana and Cardano. This amendment involves a crucial adjustment regarding the classification of 10 cryptocurrencies, including Solana and Cardano, which were initially labeled as securities in the SEC comprehensive legal action against Binance and its former CEO, Changpeng Zhao. Now, Cardano and Solana are not securities. I guess, is this just in the case or is this all around? Let's see. The original complaint lodged on June 5th, 2023 by the SEC targeted Binance along with its U.S. affiliate, BAM, or BAM Trading Service Inc. The agency charges centered on allegations that these entities operated without the necessary registrations for functioning as a national securities exchange broker-dealer and clearing agency. Now, this lack of registration and purportedly allowed Binance to run unregulated trading platform and thereby exposing U.S. investors to significant risks and purportedly misleading them regarding the security and regulatory oversight of their investments. Now, today, on July 30th, the U.S. agency filed an amendment to its complaint concerning crypto asset securities. This adjustment obviates the immediate need for the court to rule on the sufficiency of allegations related to these tokens. Now, the document elaborates the SEC's informed defendants that it intends to seek a leave to amend its complaint, specifically concerning the third-party crypto asset securities. Now, as defined in the SEC's omnibus opposition to defendants' motion to dismiss DKD number 172, thereby eliminating the necessity for the court to assess sufficiency of the allegations regarding those tokens at the juncture. Now, notably, the SEC initially designated 10 cryptocurrency, including Binance Coin, Binance USD, Solana, Cardano, Polygon, Cosmos, the Sandbox, Decentraland, Axie Infinity, and Cody as securities. And I remember when that article came out. But despite the potentially bullish implications of the SEC's decision to amend its classification of certain tokens out there, there have been no significant market reaction thus far. And at the time of reporting, the Solana price has decreased by 5.5%, and Cardano is down 4.5% over the last 24 hours as well. So similarly, other cryptocurrencies mentioned in the SEC's initial complaint have not shown any notable market movements aligned with the broader market sentiment, which has been influenced by the recent negative news about Bitcoins, particularly concerning of the U.S. sell-off that just happened of 29,800 Bitcoin. Yeah, they did that right after Trump said he was not going to keep it. They're doing everything they can to delay it and hurt crypto. But DeFi to the power of 2, or DeFi squared, the top-ranked crypto trader on Bybit, commented via X that the market faded this move for some reason, but it actually seems like a pretty significant news for the coins, no longer being classified as securities, short-term implications including likely imminent that Robinhood may be relisting them, and longer-term improved chances of a new ETF approval. Okay, so they are being labeled. I thought this was just going to be for the case itself that is being switched, but no. So I guess these two tokens are being removed as securities off that list they gave us a couple months ago. So yeah, interesting, nice. Now, the CBOE has formally requested that the SEC's approval to allow the asset managers of Van Eck and 21 Shares to launch a spot Solana-based exchange-traded fund in early July. Now, this request was articulated through a pair of the 19B-4 filings submitted to the Securities Exchange Commission, proposing these products for listing and the contingent of regulatory approval at press time. Cardano traded at 40 cents. So, okay. But yeah, so I guess, Solana and Cardano are no longer securities in the eyes of the government. So kudos. Let me take a quick sip of coffee for you. Soda water. I need to rest my voice. Otherwise, I'm going to be sounding like Bitcoin Ben soon. I love you, Ben. But let's continue. We got about 2 more articles are out there. One of them is just going to be another beware of scam, and the last one, kind of a fun one, just talking about Futurama. But yeah, let's move on to the next article. This one's coming from Crypto Potato, and it's beware of scams. BlackRock confirms the no social media investment solicitations. So yeah, fraudsters are exploiting BlackRock's name in the increasing wave of investment scams on social media. American multinational investment giant BlackRock has recently reported a significant increase in investment-related scams, particularly those that direct individuals to crypto investment websites or social media platforms like WhatsApp and Telegram. Now, always be careful for those two. Like, that's why I don't really use Telegram too much for information. I really only use Telegram just to send myself messages between like my computer and my phone, because if I'm not editing on here, I'm editing on my phone, and this goes back and forth. But that's really the only time I use it. And WhatsApp I've already known for a long time for like all the scammers out there. So just be very cautious on the sites. Know who you're talking to. If you think you're talking to BlackRock, Elon Musk, you really are not. Just throw those names out there because it's usually the top one. So just be very careful when it comes to those social media scams. So yeah, let's continue. The company has cautioned its investors when engaging with individuals and websites on social media platforms using BlackRock's brand to offer its training or investment opportunities. Again, no one's going to teach you or reach out to you for that. So yeah, BlackRock cautions its investors. In an official update on July 29th, BlackRock said that the asset management behemoth and its executive to never reach out to people through social media platforms to propose investments or solicit payments. Here's what they said. BlackRock and our firm's executives never contact anyone through our social media platform, including WhatsApp and Telegram. Now, with investment offerings or to solicit payments of any kind, please remain vigilant, and if you suspect fraudulent activity, do not proceed. BlackRock has captured a significant portion of trading volume among the 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs launched in January, and its spot Ether ETF has also demonstrated a strong performance so far. This positioned BlackRock's dominance in the crypto space. Now, in a recent interview with Bloomberg, James Safer, BlackRock's head of digital assets, and Robert Michnick noted that the asset managers, institutional investors, and wealth advisory services continue to gain momentum. He even went on to say that direct client demand had been main catalyst behind this momentum. Now, as a result, the growing demand for BlackRock's funds have unfortunately attracted fraudsters who prey on unsuspected investors using various deceptive tactics. And every time I see the word fraudsters, I just hear Gary Gensler's voice. Fraudsters, con artists, scammers. That's like always a trendy meme out there. But you see me get a little smile when I say fraudsters. That's what I'm usually thinking about. But BlackRock's growing funds attract fraudsters. Said it again. The scams often involve phishing websites that mimic legitimate BlackRock platforms aiming to steal personal and financial information out there. Additionally, the fraudsters impersonate BlackRock employees and reach out to potential victims via email or social media to offer fake investment opportunities. These fraudulent schemes exploit the high interest in BlackRock's successful ETFs and capitalize on investors' enthusiasm to perpetrate their crimes. Now, tactics used by fraudsters also include using social media for alleged trading programs, fake email addresses, and counterfeit documents that mimic genuine BlackRock materials. They also employ time pressure, social engineering, and spoofing techniques to create a sense of urgency and legitimacy. So yeah, like these guys email you saying like, "Oh, we need you to do this," or "There's something wrong with your account right now. Please reach out to us." Right, or follow this link, and it takes you to a fake BlackRock site or whatnot. And it's not just BlackRock, guys. Again, just be due diligent on just not clicking on anything you do not know. You do not truly do know that it is 100% not them. Or, yeah, if you ever need any questions, call the Crypto Club. Like, see this number down here. Well, just give us a call. I'm always here. Amanda's always here. And we're glad to just forewarn you if like you need anything. Like you're going, hey, someone just reached out to me. Like, did Bitcoin Ben actually really contact me? It's like, no, he's too busy for that. Or like this one person messaged me on WhatsApp, and like for us, we get red flags all the time on that stuff. So like until you can learn it, like yeah, give us a call. We're glad to help. But yeah, so just be careful out there. That's the BlackRock news. Just confirming. Just be careful. All right, let's move on to our final article of the night. It's coming from Cointelegraph, and Futurama can't stop making fun of crypto and blockchain. The season 2 premiere of the animated science fiction series' latest iteration focused on NFT heist from a museum displaying digital artwork. Oh man, I gotta watch that. But yeah, everybody knows this meme, like shut up and take my money. So yeah, now like I think they made fun of it last year in the episode. Which episode was it? Because I always enjoy Futurama, Simpsons, King of the Hill. But what is it like? They were like mining like crypt Bitcoin in the old West. Like they're going, oh, we need to find some GPU mining. They put it in a machine, crank it. You just got 0.01 Bitcoin. So that's pretty funny. But now they're making fun of the NFTs. Hilarious. So I got to watch this. But let's go over the article and learn a little bit more. More than 25 years after its series premiere, the animated series Futurama, known for its shut up and take my money meme, as well as the not sure if memes, has gone after non-fungible tokens. Fans in its latest episode. In Futurama episode The One Amigo, released on Hulu on July 29th, the characters based in the year 3024 struggled to understand the concept of NFTs, which is kind of like most people out there. And after selling a series of featuring different looks for the robot Bender, the show parodies the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT collection with the aptly named the Ape apathetic fish society and explains how one might hypothetically steal an NFT using magical code from an ancient robot civilization. Now, you can just delete an NFT. There are billions of copies stored all over the universe, but only the museum has access to the hash code on the blockchain that authenticates ownership, said the children in the latest Futurama episode. So I guess here's a scene. Like, there's a museum, you got all the NFTs digitalized, and we do actually have NFT museums out there. You just gotta look for them. It's pretty fun. It's like really easy to switch them out too. But jokes in the episode include the older characters literally pulling their hair out because they're just trying to understand NFTs, the difference between an image, an NFT, digital art, and dozens of off at the very mention of the word blockchain. But the show aired a similar episode in 2023, poking fun at Bitcoin by having people mine the cryptocurrency in the Wild West setting. Yeah, see, that's the one I was talking about. But yeah, Futurama aired back in 1999, roughly 10 years ago, before the first Bitcoin transaction even happened. It had been off the air for more than 10 years before the show's most recent iteration, starting back up in 2023. And set in the 31st century, the series rarely, if ever, mentioned crypto or blockchain before its episode on Bitcoin mining. Now, digital assets have steadily become part of the entertainment and pop culture. One of the first mentions of Bitcoin appearing in a 2012 episode of The Good Wife, Hollywood movies like Money Plane have also used the technology as a central plot point. So yeah, Hollywood's still using this like crypto blockchain for like key aspects of their movies. Like, what was that one movie with was it Channing Tatum? What's the girl, Miss Congeniality, or the Undercover Spice? What's her name? Sarah, I forgot her name, but there was also Daniel Radcliffe. But in the end, there was like a joke in there, like Brad Pitt shows up, he saved them from like the villain and everything, and then they're going, "Oh, how can we ever thank you?" And Brad Pitt goes, "You can just send me Bitcoin." So cryptocurrency and blockchain are definitely entering the main. Not that they're entering; they've been involved in the Hollywood industry for some time, and yeah, there's projects out there trying to help decentralize the movie industry. Like, again, I want to say it. Theta Network, like disrupting the entertainment industry. They're having like funding of NFTs to provide, they're using NFTs to provide the funding for these projects to make movies out there. So it's getting pretty crazy out there. Like NFTs can be used for that. And why have to go through like a actual like donator or someone who can sponsor you to make the film when you can actually give people a little piece, give them a little extra like maybe early access to it, and like just give them a little perk to being like holding it, and then just funds the movie. So yeah, that's pretty cool out there. But yeah, Futurama can't stop making fun of it. So that's that final news article for you. Let's take a look at the crypto price and fear and greed index for you. We're at 61. Where were we at yesterday? We're still in greed territory. We're not in high greed, so we're still in a good moment. Where are we going to go? We're going to slowly move to the fear. I don't know. Like there were some articles out there saying like Bitcoin can go just a little bit lower, but we'll see right now. I don't know what's going to catalyze it. We still have a couple months till like the true bull run really hits. So a lot of people out there thought like the Bitcoin halving was the bull run. Like we're going to be there now this summer. It's like, no, the halving happened in April. And then usually 6 months after that is when we start really seeing signs. And then I was listening to Ivan on Tech the other day, and like True Coder, definitely give him a listen and follow if you haven't. But he believes like if you have a normal cycle, the cycle will end by the end of 2025. So there's still plenty of time to make your decision. You want to offload it, you want to buy more, if you just still want to hodl it. Everyone's got their own reasons to be in crypto. I like my reason for being in it, which is just I want to find a way to protect my own assets, and in case like the dollar collapses and everything, and like we have a new currency, I just want to know I'm safe and I have full control over my money. But other people do just want to make money in the space, and good for you. But yeah, so those are those articles for you and all of that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna be back later on. Wait, not for this channel now. We have movie night here at the Crypto Club, so I'm gonna be playing Ben's latest X22 interview. So if you're in Sarasota, come on by. We'll be watching that tonight, and then I'll be separating these videos and getting those online for you, so you don't have to watch the full video. But I do hope you enjoyed, and if so, smash that thumbs up for me, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, the Crypto Sherpa is out.